What's poppin', Atlanta? It is another beautiful day in the neighborhood. You are watching Hot 97 News Atlanta. This is a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest stories in the city. It is Thursday, February 5th. I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Rondell with two N's and Million.
Hey.
He was making faces at me.
I was.
When I was trying to give you that intro.
I ain't never heard you do the intro like that before.
I told you I was going to have some razzle dazzle.
I bet.
For Black History Month. Oh, you want to help you out with that? Okay, that's fine. All right, that's fine. That's okay. Okay. Well, we do have another Black History fact for you.
Yeah.
So here is Rondell with two N's with your 1 minute of Black excellence.
1 minute of Black excellence. Yes. Listen, in 1963, Wendell Scott became the first black driver to win a top-level NASCAR race, and officials were so unprepared for a black winner, they gave the trophy to a wrong driver, a white guy. They were like saying, "Sir, here you go. You look familiar. Here's the trophy. You look like you've won this before. Here you go." And then quietly mailed Wendell his trophy later. That's not discrimination. That's premium racism with tracking. All right? So big ups to Wendell Scott to being the only black driver to win a sport in sports history. That's sponsored by USPS. I messed that up, but it's all good. Shout out to Wendell Scott, man. And that's been your 1 minute of Black excellence.
Power to the people,
Amen.
Wendell Scott, man. That's dope.
And you're sure he's black.
Yes, he's black. That guy's black. Yeah, he's just light skinned.
The mustache kind of threw me off a little bit. The mustache kind of threw me off. That's not a black man mustache.
Oh, my grandfather has a mustache like that.
I was gonna say my grandfather actually also kind of have a mustache.
That was like a thing. That was like a thing back in the day. Like
really?
like the mustache, a top lip mustache, and no other facial hair. That was it.
You got to look at the nose.
Yeah.
It's the nose.
Yeah, it's a big nose.
Is it a black nose and not?
That is a black nose.
You know what I mean?
Also, this picture is like contrasted and blown. The colors are blown up. You know what I'm saying?
It could have been winter time.
It could have been
you
winter
don't have your full
your
summer
brown.
melanin.
Yeah. He's loading right now. You know what I'm saying? He is half screen.
The point is he won, and those people had the nerve to mail him his award,
which is wild.
Which is crazy.
Crazy.
Also crazy is what's happening in these metro Atlanta streets. People in the metro still think the water is a little sus after 10,000 gallons of jet fuel dumped into the Flint River. Officials just confirmed that's how much dumped in. So this actually all stemmed from the spill that happened at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport on the 30th of January. And officials believe that was caused by just a valve failure in the airport's fuel system. But that is what started pumping into some people's houses in metro Atlanta who get their water from the Flint River.
Wow.
Yes, man. So it led to the city of Griffin announcing a do not consume the water advisory, and crews just started working around the clock to clean it up. So apparently about 8,300 gallons of fuel, 28,000 gallons of contaminated water, and 5 cubic yards of oil-soaked debris have been removed from the river and the airport property, but they're still working on it.
All right, now. All right, now. See how long it's taking y'all to fix the Flint, Michigan. All right? Like, y'all can't even fix roads fast enough out here in Atlanta. So, look, we need water.
I stay right next to the airport.
Oh, dang.
Do you? Well, has your water been tasting a little funny?
Bro, I drink tap water all the time. Oh my God, I'm cooked.
You gotta put a filter. Yeah, you gotta put a filter in your thing now, man.
Oh, that just broke my heart.
Have you tasted the water differently?
Nah, I haven't been to the crib. Luckily, I haven't been to the crib recently. I've been kicking it with my girl, but like,
come on, girlfriend, saving your life.
For sure. Life saving for sure.
He gonna get back, pour him a glass of water, and be like, "Ooh, this don't taste like her house at all."
Listen, so the advisory was lifted. The city of Griffin and the Georgia Environmental Protection Division, the GEPD, lifted that advisory and said the water is safe to consume and to use, but the people have been noticing it smells a little funny. It tastes a little funny, that their tap water is coming out of the faucet smelling like fuel and gasoline, that there's an oily look to it and an oily feel to it. One person said the shower feels like it's leaving a residue on their skin and they itch a little. It's just a little when they get out of the shower. People claim they smell jet fuel when they open the bathroom door after a shower and that they still smelled it after running the water for 2 hours trying to get rid of it. Other people have noticed the drinking water tastes, again, funny, and the do not consume advisory was lifted. People are saying they're getting headaches and digestive issues. and they just started to buy bottled water at this point.
Yeah, I wonder how long this is gonna last for, man, because this is this. I mean, we see what happened to Flint, Michigan, and that water still's not drinkable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't see how they even can conclusively say, because what is today, the 5th?
Today's the 5th.
And I want to say, can you look up when they lifted the do not consume advisory? How could you possibly have gotten all of that
fast
out of the river that fast? Now, I can say that they went to a different water source, at least temporarily. I don't know if they're still using a different like reservoir, whatever, in the city of Griffin. But if you're in a situation where people have been told the water is fine, but I'm still smelling a little something, I still taste something, I'm still feeling, maybe it's, you know, just like one of those situations where you think it, so you bring it upon yourself. So I think the water's bad, so I got a headache, you know, and kind of bring it upon yourself. I don't know. But
I'm looking at it. So the city of Griffin lifted the do not consume water advisory at approximately 10:15 on Friday, January 30th.
Friday?
So y'all figured it out in one day?
Yeah. Somebody would get sued or something, bro, because there's no way. Or my bill getting like lowered or something. Like something got to shake. Like what?
Because how am I paying you for water and buying bottled water because I can't use the water? Because you said it was fine, but I smell oil in my house.
Don't make no sense. Make it make math. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that math ain't math. And so I don't know how long this is gonna last, but I hope they get it fixed very soon because, dog, buying bottled water now is not cheap.
Boy.
Bottled water now is expensive.
It's not cheap.
Even the cheap ones are expensive, bro. Like a 32 pack is like $7, $8. It used to be $5.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so it's not cheap to get those packs of water no more, man.
That's so true.
Apparently, reporters have also gone out to the river and say they also still smell gasoline at the source and dead fish in the area. So the fish will tell you everything you need to know if it's clean or not.
Flat out.
If they're dead.
If they can't swim in it, you talking about this is a place where they live and
Right.
and they not living, they just dead? Yeah, bro, what?
Man, officials said you can drink it. You can use it. I always do wonder because, you know, they use science to determine that. They test the water. They make sure the samples are good enough. But who says how good enough is good enough? You know, because is it perfect or is it good enough? Is it technically fine? Boy.
It's all right.
That's all right, yeah.
He got it. He said, yeah, it's all right.
It's all right.
I'm like, you drink it then. Yeah,
Right.
you drink it.
Drink that sample right now.
That's what we need to start. That's what they need to start doing. Hey, we're gonna lift this advisory up.
Yes.
No, we're not gonna lift this advisory up. They need to start having them folks drink the water, bro. Like for real.
Crazy.
Like for real, man.
In other news in Metro Atlanta, specifically in Atlanta, Mayor Andre Dickens says ICE is not welcome here.
Come on now. And I shout out to Andre Dickens. He a real one, bro. So look, we all know that Atlanta is expected to host eight World Cup matches here and from June 15th to July 15th, which is a lot. So that's projected like 300,000 visitors and roughly 500 million in economic activity. So as we're gearing up for our Mayor Andre Dickens, spoke out on yesterday, letting us know how he feels about ICE and them being around during the World Cup. So let's hear what he has to say.
Yeah, I mean, the uncertainty of the federal government's actions are unsettling for citizens and small businesses and even us as government officials. So I can't predict what the federal government will attempt to do at 11 sites of World Cup matches across the United States. We hope that their presence will be small, unnoticeable, negligible, invisible, and maybe non-existent. But if that isn't the case, we will make sure we get as much heads up as possible so that the small businesses and large businesses, by the way, and citizens will get ample information from us about what to expect, how to maintain your own dignity and rights, and how to, and we'll be making sure that we try to make these things painless and that, we find ourselves continuing to have quality of life despite somebody's presence that I'm not inviting to come.
Hello. Not inviting to come.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
Yeah, no.
I was about to say, well, no, he's saying they're coming.
No, he
I
don't
see
want
what
them
you're
to come.
saying. He's saying, I'm not inviting them, but it might happen anyways.
They have to come, but y'all are not invited at all.
Gotcha.
Well, but here's the thing. Mayor Andre Dickens is so real as a person. Like, when he does these speeches sometimes, I know it's not him doing the speeches. You know what I mean? Like another side of him be, you know, his real side would be what I feel like creeping up sometimes. And that's how I felt in this. He's like, hey, bruh, y'all can't even rock with us. So Atlanta don't want y'all here. And I respect it. And I think Andre Dickens will do a good job into you know, trying to keep Atlanta safe and trying to keep Atlanta safe, and it is not the word I want to use. Try to keep Atlanta informed about what's going on when ICE is coming. You know what I mean? Because
I don't know. I'm just wondering if he's going to keep that same energy to the illegal immigrants that may be coming in here. I seen a study not too long ago, like a couple days ago, where it was like 400 or something thousand illegal immigrants was in Georgia. Y'all, I wonder if he's just going to keep that same energy for the illegal immigrants. If you don't want ICE to come, don't want the illegal immigrants to come either. Because, mind you, I'm trying to find studies on it right now. I'm trying to do some research as we get closer to the actual date of the World Cup. I'm gonna have more stats on it, but crime goes up. Not crime, but like, you know, people are gonna be wanting to party. People are gonna want to get drugs out there. Who wants to go to a soccer game sober? I'm just saying.
I mean, got a point.
Some people might want to go there and have a really good time. Some people want to participate in sexual trafficking. Maybe.
Well,
mind you, we have a big airport, and we have one of the. Y'all saw the stats yesterday. One of the biggest sex trafficking cities in the country.
Not wrong.
So it's like, keep the same energy for those people that aren't supposed to be here too. I would hope, at least.
See, and where I stand on it is very firmly on, I didn't think that people should be getting hogtied in the streets when they are just here and they're living here and they're business owners and they didn't have any problem. You know, I don't have any problem with that. I had a problem with you know, the manner in which they were doing it more so. I totally understand. And honestly, I support them going and getting criminals out. You know, they have a targeted list where I know this is a murderer. I know this is a rapist. I know this is a human trafficker. I know this is where they were. They just got released from the jail, from being in jail, and they're going over here. Yeah, please go get them. You know, get them out the community.
Yeah.
Great. You know what I mean? It's the intrusion on communities where people are swept up doing yard work and they've done nothing but just, you know, done yard work and snuck into the country illegally. You know, that's where it's like, oh, okay, I don't mind that. But I've also heard the argument, man, that people are losing out jobs to some illegal immigrants, and I get the frustration there too. I mean, you know.
I'm just saying this, from when we've started working, I've seen like a lot of dealings with the cartel. Like I didn't know like Georgia had a really big drug crisis going on.
They were popping like that. Yeah,
we've been reporting on instance after instance of like illegal immigrants at that coming in, funneling massive amounts of drugs in. And then in our communities, I mean, we just talked about some people that just got snatched up because they was selling drugs over there near Piedmont Park. So it's like, I don't know, man. I see that when this FIFA World Cup does come to Atlanta, the markets everywhere is going to boom. And that also includes the dark markets. So I think that people are getting prepared. People's like, all right, we really about to make some bank, whether it be illegal or not.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. At the same time, I guess I would be concerned if they're saying, you know, the World Cup is coming here. What if we go full on Greg Bovino, Minneapolis, and just start going after anybody who looks Hispanic or colored? You know, because again, y'all don't want to believe it, but the people do sometimes mistake me for Dominican or something.
No, they don't.
So even though y'all don't want to believe it, you know, when I get to saucing, I might get snatched up myself.
Okay.
You know what, you people.
She's freshly a Boricua.
Yeah,
oh my God.
You know, but the point is, like, anybody who looks brown in any way, I would hate for the World freaking Cup to come here where you know there's gonna be brown people around and y'all just start just bothering people. Now that would be crazy. Y'all better have a targeted list of who you plan to go get if you're gonna just be in these streets. And if in that case, you know, as long as it's not where you guys are doing it in front of crowds and crowds of people where it's gonna cause a problem, you know, just it is what it is on the enforcement.
I think, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, because to your point, because we are hosting people from all around the world. So we don't want to prove people right by saying, hey, America is just the worst down out country. We have an authoritarian government and we don't treat our citizens correctly. We don't want to prove that. So I don't see us going that far. But still, I would like to see, something to deal with the criminals.
Yeah. And that's, I think, to your point, Million, that's how I was kind of thinking about it too. Once again, we have company coming to the house. So it's almost like, hey, it's two ways I think about this. Either Mayor Andre Dickens is saying, hey, you're not invited because we got company over. And it's like you and your cousin, y'all always arguing at the cookout. So it's like, hey, this cousin coming over, so you can't come over this time, okay? Because he over here. But any other time, y'all can go over there and y'all can argue, y'all can fight. So it's like, I think of it one way. He's telling them y'all are not invited because we don't want no riffraff. We don't want these people thinking that we all crazy and stuff like this. Or he could really just not want ICE to be around his fellow Atlanteans. You know what I mean? Like that's how I'm thinking about it. One of those two ways. So
I took it to mean he doesn't want to see what's happening in Minnesota happen in Atlanta.
For sure, that too.
Especially when the World Cup is around. You know what I mean? And so that's what I think Tom Homan did that is a big benefit to the Republican Party and to Trump because Trump was watching his legacy just dwindle. How many times have we seen Republican lawmakers and Republican leadership say, we were supposed to be winning on illegal immigration? How are the Democrats winning on illegal immigration? This was our issue. This was really big. And somehow everybody hates us for how it's going down because it's like nobody wants to see it done the way that it was being done. But at the same time, like nobody wants to see an illegal immigrant kill one of the visitors either. You know what I mean? So Andre Dickens can't have ICE out here harassing visitors, but he also can't have an illegal immigrant criminal murderer murder a visitor. Either way looks really freaking bad.
Looks terrible.
So ICE needs to come up here and target who they need to target, but they can't just harass anybody who looks brown. I think that's kind of what, because that's what he was saying. Like, I didn't invite him, but it is what it is. So we'll let you guys know what that's going to look like.
For sure.
And hopefully it's Tom Homan's version and not what we saw Greg Bovino.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because y'all know city leaders have said that there's a potential ICE facility coming to Metro Atlanta that could open in a couple of months.
Yeah, this one is interesting. So city, like you said, city officials, that facility is supposed to be happening around Social Circle. City officials there were informed on Wednesday that the U.S. Department of Homeland Security is in escrow to purchase a vacant warehouse to convert into immigration detention center. So they're trying to create a detention center in Social Circle. The facility could hold between 5,000 to 10,000 detainees, roughly equal to double the city's entire population of about 5,000 residents.
Wow. Jesus.
So they're coming down here and they're saying, look, we're going to get these people in here some way or another. And that's kind of alarming.
It's very alarming.
They're bringing double the amount potentially of detainees as they have citizens in that area.
It don't even make no sense.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what? And these detention facilities, I've seen reports that there are actually even lawsuits that some of these companies who are running these detainee facilities are making them work in a way where it's supposed to be voluntary, but forcing them to work for like $1 a day.
Wow.
And there are lawsuits for this. From what I've seen on the company side of that, they've said, hey, you can't get us in trouble for this because then you'd have a bunch of companies who suddenly say, well, we don't want to do this work on behalf of the federal government. We don't want to partner with you guys. We don't want to help bring you guys detention facilities. But at the same time, if y'all are getting away with forcing people to work who should have a voluntary option to work, then we're talking about low-key slavery here. You know what I mean? Like, that's a very big charge. Again, they're just allegations, but you've heard all sorts of horror stories involved with these detention facilities, even in Minnesota, when reports were coming out and saying like they won't let people go to the bathroom, or they'll have a woman having to go to the bathroom in front of male officers, or they won't give us water, they won't treat people who are wounded, they won't, all these, terrible things. You saw Alligator Alcatraz. They're like, we got frogs in here. It's hot. We don't have AC. So we've seen them not treat these people with dignity and grace. Yes, they may be criminals, but they're humans. I really don't care, necessarily what they're accused of doing. I mean, unless it's something truly heinous, then it's like, you get what you get. But a lot of these people where you have kids who are swept up in this, women who were just accused of nothing but being here illegally. You didn't do anything. You snuck into the country, but does that mean you deserve to get treated like poo? Like we would treat animals better than the conditions you're in? I mean, that's something to think about at least.
Yeah, you definitely make a really valid point. And the fact that it's going to be so close is even scarier, because if you're not treating these people right, that's slavery. That's slavery basically going down right down the block from us.
Flat out.
Social Circle is not that far away. It's only like 40 minutes out. Like it's not that far away from Atlanta. It's very alarming. However, I understand it because I just hope that they do it the right way.
Yeah.
Just do it the right way out here in Atlanta. Please. That's all I ask. So Georgia is, they're saying that Georgia is home to an estimated 479,000 undocumented immigrants, according to a study in 2023. And ICE currently operates 6 detention centers in Georgia right now. So they're trying to really get this going out in Social Circle. This will be the 7th, and they're trying to make it happen. So we'll just have to see if they actually pull through. A lot of people over there on the Social Circle side, like Representative Collins, speaks out against this, and they don't want this to happen.
Interesting. What I also thought was interesting, kind of on the same vein, is that some experts are worried that the World Cup games are actually going to make conditions at the Fulton County Jail worse, as we're talking about detaining people.
So new research warns that upcoming FIFA World Cup games could worsen conditions at the Fulton County Jail. Large high-pro events typically lead to more arrests, which is so true, adding pressure to an already overcrowded and understaffed facility, which we know that Fulton County Jail is very understaffed.
Interesting.
And very, very much so overcrowded. So ACLU of Georgia released findings and recommendations. Policy advocate Shurti Lankshmanen says conditions pose serious health and safety risks. The jail is already over capacity and facing staffing shortages. Now, this is so very true, bro. I mean, we're expected to get 300,000 something people here in the city that aren't from the city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And on top of that, you got people that already live in the city clashing with people that don't live in the city. So, it's a lot of things that it's a lot of things that can go wrong than right.
So this doesn't have anything to do with ICE per se.
No.
This is like a totally different. This is
Yeah.
just regular jail activity.
Regular jail activity.
Yeah.
But it could potentially happen. Not even potentially. Definitely might happen.
Yeah,
they're saying Atlanta gonna cut up. Atlanta gonna cut up.
Somebody had said the other day, they said this is the wrong city for the World Cup. And I kind of agreed a little bit with them. A little bit. I said, they picked the wrong city to put the World Cup in, bro. We don't know how to act. Atlanta is one of them cities where you just don't understand. If you don't understand us, you don't get us. It is what it is. And that's just how we are. And we don't let nobody come in here and tell us anything else. So they picked the wrong city to put the World Cup in.
Because a lot of cities across the country will put in bids to be able to host these major events. And so, I understand why Atlanta gets chosen a lot. We have the airport, so it's easy to get here. A lot of people can get here. But sometimes, I do wonder, when they go downtown, how do you see that working out? When they go try to get to their car at a parking deck, how do you see those windows looking?
Dog, you thinking folks scamming now? Boy, wait till June 15th roll around, boy. Ooh. Yeah, you think these folks scamming now? Boy, everybody gonna be scamming.
And what could maybe make it worse or better, I don't know, depending on how you think about it. Some people here in Atlanta say that there's a consideration to have an open container district ahead of the World Cup for downtown Atlanta.
Now, I just want to ask, before I even read this, what do y'all think? Because we literally just said that Atlanta's the wrong city to have the World Cup in, and they want to implement this. So a new open container district is downtown in downtown Atlanta would allow people to drink alcohol on designated downtown streets. Proposal comes as Atlanta prepares to host the Summer FIFA World Cup. Supporters say it could boost foot traffic, tourism, and downtown activity, which is all right.
It's true.
Which is very true.
It's very true.
But, bruh, Now, I live in Alpharetta. Alpharetta is an open container city, okay?
I did not
you
know
You can walk
that.
around and drink your drinks, but it's Alpharetta.
But it's Alpharetta.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't do us like that. Don't do Atlanta like that, man.
Now, I used to live in Atlanta, bro.
Don't do them like
I used to
that.
live in West Midtown, so I know, bro.
I
I
was
know
in
this.
Midtown. Yeah,
I know the city. So listen, all I'm saying is, you giving somebody alcohol, and they can take a bottle of 1942 and walk around with it. You asking for problems. Next thing you know, they're gonna be walking around with that, a hookah in their hand, some lamb chops on their, like, come on now, bro. You talking about a walking club at that point, dog. Like, what are we talking about, man?
Look, going to Magic City,
Look,
walking out, man.
I don't think it's the best idea for Atlanta to do this.
I think it's funny because it's like, oh yeah, we're the cool city. Like, we're gonna let you walk around and drink. But I also think that might be because so many people probably are gonna do that anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They might just be saying, like, police, don't even try to worry about it because the Fulton County Jail is too full. Maybe they don't have a choice.
That's a good point.
Because so many people you'd have to arrest the whole city at that point.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point. That is a good point. I didn't even think of that.
I didn't either until this very moment.
Yeah. Just let them do it.
Screw it.
Has Atlanta ever been open carry?
Negative, no.
Dang,
No.
so this is a trial run?
Yeah, it's a trial run.
With,
During
like,
the
a
World
huge-
Cup?
During the World
Yeah,
Cup.
I don't think we want the trial one during the World
Nah,
Cup.
brother. Nah, not at all. So, but yeah, that's if you, take that information with it as you please. You know what I mean?
It's only up for consideration at this point.
Yeah. True.
So we'll see what happens. And we will take a quick break and be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, Lil Jon's son, DJ Young Slade, has been reported missing in Milton.
Yeah, Milton police issued a missing report for DJ Young Slade. His real name is Nathan Smith.
Yeah.
He's 27 years old. And this is what we know. They say Smith ran out of his home Tuesday around 6 a.m. Police say he may have been disoriented at the time. He left his phone behind, raising concerns for his safety. So on Tuesday afternoon, News Chopper 2 showed Milton's officers searching the neighborhood along Mayfield Road. As of now, there's no leads or no clues of his whereabouts, which sucks, man. You never want to hear about anybody missing, especially, an Atlanta icon like Lil Jon's son. You know what I mean? Like, and I actually, what's crazy? I actually know DJ Young Slade. He frequents a few of the bars that I used to go to when cool dude. Yeah, cool dude. We had a few run-ins, not nothing like crazy, but a few run-ins, but it sucks, man. It definitely does suck. So here's the description of him if you guys just so happen to run into him or see him. He's 5'9", approximately 150 pounds. And yeah, there's nothing too much that they have about what he was wearing when he left the house. But have any information, please call 678-297-6300. That's Milton Police. And hopefully we can get this man home safely.
Hopefully.
And it doesn't say like why he was disoriented, right?
Nope.
Was it, man?
Doesn't say anything.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, and it's so crazy because I've been like watching like recent interviews of Lil Jon. I watched the one like maybe last month or something like that, and Lil Jon just seems so peaceful and at peace.
Yeah,
like he seemed like he was changing his life for the better. I think at one point he was a heavy alcoholic and going through a lot in his life, but like he changed it and he started getting into spirituality. I mean, he just released a spirituality album. And like for stuff like this to happen, it's just like super unfortunate, man. 27 years old, too young.
Yeah. So hopefully whatever disoriented him, maybe he'll get clear-headed enough to find his way home, because not leaving your phone at home these days is crazy. Because we were talking about that the other day. You need a GPS in some cases, and you don't have anybody to call. There's not pay phones out there anymore, you know what I mean? So you're gonna have to stop a stranger on the street and say, hey, can I use your phone? So hopefully that ends up with everything okay, because that's sad. I'm sure it's very scary, of course, for his parents as well. Meanwhile, what do y'all have going on in Mapleton? There was an argument that apparently ended with a man getting run over by a car. Now that's crazy.
It's not funny. It's not funny. But wait till y'all hear this story, okay?
Okay.
So Quinetter K. Johnson. First of all, that's a name.
Quinetter.
Wait, Quinetter?
With an R.
Quinetter. Quinetta K. Johnson, 47 of Riverdale, was allegedly sitting in her 2008 Chevrolet Malibu and engaged in a verbal argument with a man on September 21st, 2025 at approximately 12:45 a.m. The driver's side door was open while the man stood near the driver's side quarter panel. Police say Johnson suddenly accelerated without warning. The open car door struck the man, knocking him to the ground. The driver's side, this is not funny, I'm sorry. The driver's side rear tire then partially ran over him. Yeah, I don't know what y'all got going on or what that argument is about, but Lord Jesus.
How are people getting in these toxic relationships?
Toxic is an understatement with this one, bro. You ran over this man. Have you ever wait, okay, just out of curiosity, have you ever had a girl just like had to just hit you before or something like that?
I've never
Okay.
really had a toxic relationship.
Okay.
I don't be doing stuff like that. You?
Yeah, 100%.
You do?
That's on brand.
I've had
On brand.
Well, I've had toxic
I
relationships.
just feel like that's on brand.
Yeah, I've had toxic relationships. Yeah. It never got physical or anything, but it's definitely been on some like verbal like argument and stuff like this. But I never once in my life wanted to run over nobody though, bruh.
Did she want to run over you?
Probably for sure. So, crazy thing is, so he ended up getting suffered a broken femur. I don't know where the femur is, but it's
that's your leg.
That's your
thigh.
leg. That's your thigh.
That's your thigh.
God,
that's your thigh bone right there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's upsetting. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what they were arguing about. 47 verbal argument. 2008 Chevy Malibu. Riverdale, it just all sounds ghetto. It just sounds ghetto, is what I'm saying. The whole situation sounds ghetto.
It's you trying to get clues from Malibu. Imagine police doing that. Riverdale, yeah, guilty. Mm-hmm.
Hey, bro.
That is crazy. Yeah, there's like not an argument in the world. Because I wonder if it's an accident. The way that it all plays is that, okay, if I'm just trying to zoom because I'm just sick of talking to you and I'm out, I'm bouncing. And the driver's side door was open. Well, the driver's side, so my door is open.
Yeah.
And the man is standing near the quarter panel. And I accelerate. Then I knew where I should have known that you were going to get hit.
Oh, she did this on purpose. You think this is for show?
Allegedly.
At the same time, right? Allegedly. At the same time, she may not have known it was going to knock him to the ground.
True.
In which case, the driver's side rear tire wouldn't have run him over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of things. I just want to know what they was arguing about. In order for you, brother had to be cheating or something. Boy, he had to be doing something that we weren't supposed to be doing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Or she may have been the problem. I mean, you know.
We don't, yeah.
We don't know.
You're right. She might have been a problem. You know what I'm saying? I seen her. Pull a picture up one more time. Let's see if she was the problem.
She meaning whomever did this.
Yep, she was the problem. Yep, 1,000%.
That looks like an upstanding citizen.
Nah, I'm playing. She probably,
and her hair looks good.
Yeah, she was probably fed up.
She just got that done.
She was fed up. I'm fed up with that man face. I was fed up with him. I was fed up with the lies. I was fed up with the cheating. I was fed up with everything.
Yeah.
She probably was sitting in jail like, yeah, I did it. Yeah, so what?
You just making stuff up.
No, it's just me being funny. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, does he break up with her? Does he bond her out?
Well, that's the thing. So here's the crazy part about this entire thing. So her bond was set at like, she just got bonded out at she was released February 1st at approximately 5 p.m. and her bond was set for $15,000. They didn't say who bonded her out.
Oh,
you dig what I'm saying? It never said who bonded her out. No, you dig what I'm saying? So he could have went and got his boo. You know.
Y'all just making stuff up.
We're not saying it's true, but we saying he could have went and got his little boo thing. He said, hey, baby, you know that time you hit me with your car? I forgive you. Come on home, baby. Come on.
Yo, that is real love.
Oh, some ghetto love right there.
Love. That is real love. You could break my bones and I'll still be with you. I'll still be with you. I'll still forgive you. That's a whole nother level of love right there.
That is toxic if true.
Toxic. I'm letting you know now, baby. You break anything on my body.
Exactly. Time to go.
I'm out the door. You can break my pinky toe. I'm gone. Flat out.
Oh, man. You know what's also crazy? 2 people from Marietta are accused in breaking into people's storage units. That is so disrespectful. Because, you know, when you got stuff in a storage unit, you just need a space. You want it to be safe. You want it to be clean. You don't want roaches. And to know it got broken into is crazy.
It is kind of messed up though, bro. I've never had my things. I've never used a storage unit.
Yeah.
I've never. Have y'all?
No, in fact, but I've needed to, and I've ended up like storing it at people's houses specifically because I know y'all break into storage units here.
It don't make no sense. So
Yeah.
this is what happened, man. Richard Winston Wood, 31, and Christian Cole Randall, both of Marietta, are accused in a storage unit burglary on November 8th between midnight and 2 a.m. Okay, so this is what they say happened. Investigators say Wood and Randall broke into units 4202 and 4226. Items reported stolen including cameras, power tools, and film equipment. Now, here's the thing. All the property that they stole was recovered from the apartment of Wood, where Wood lived. So here's the interesting thing about this whole thing is Randall previously rented a unit at the same facility in 2024. The unit was later auctioned for non-payment. So when you don't pay you get your unit auctioned. So Randall's former unit was on the same level as the units that were burglarized.
Oh.
So my thought is that maybe the unit that got auctioned, he went and stole his stuff
His
back.
own stuff.
He went and stole his own
That was
stuff
his.
back. But it doesn't belong to him anymore because it got auctioned. So technically it's not his anymore. It is whoever bought his unit.
That is funny.
Crazy, right?
That's crazy because I was literally thinking like, man, what are the odds you break into a storage unit and it has cameras and power tools and film equipment and stuff that's like, man, I just hit the jackpot. Because you could break into a storage unit and it has like nothing in there.
No, for
or
sure.
somebody's old pictures that they just didn't want to store at home or something like that. And I was like, that's a heck of a haul. It does sound quite personal.
But here's it doesn't say that was his unit,
Right.
but it definitely sounds like
It could have
been his unit that
Yeah.
he was getting his stuff back.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because records say that text messages between Wood and Randall are talking about how they're going how they'll be splitting all the items that they stole.
The proceeds.
So it's like, were they stealing his own stuff? Like what? Because those are two specific, units that they knocked out. You know what I mean?
The plot thickens.
It thickens.
So if the suspects are accused of having text messages that say that they're going to sell all the stuff and split the proceeds, that's not I'm stealing my stuff back. That might be like I saw what was going in there. And then I saw the process of them taking those units, and I think that the stuff might still be in there. So what if we just broke up in here and sold it?
Flat out. Have you ever seen the unit? Have you ever watched like the auctioning wars for the units and
I
stuff?
have, yeah.
Hey, bruh, some of those stuffs in those auctions,
Oh,
on
yeah.
those units are like expensive.
Those shows make me want to go to the auctions.
I thought about buying one before, bruh.
$100.
I thought about buying one. I've seen all kinds of like Pokemon cards
Yeah.
and like shoes and hats and like real old records and stuff. And I'm like, this could be interesting. I might want to do this.
So to your theory, you're saying that he could have possibly at one point owned that storage unit.
So that's maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Now it's up in the air.
Maybe.
Because I'm looking at it right now. It says storage units could cost from anywhere from $60 to $200 per month.
Right.
And then they only give you, from what I'm looking at right now, it says storage units are typically auctioned after 30 to 90 days of non-payment.
Right.
So if I miss a day, a month of payment or 3 months of payment, you just gonna get rid of my stuff?
Yes.
Boy, yes.
Yes.
That's
And
messed
sell
up.
it to
Hey,
somebody
but sell
else.
it to somebody and sell the entire
All of
unit to
it.
somebody else.
Not even let you
You come back to your unit trying to be like, oh, let me come grab. Nope, gone.
lock.
Once that money is that transaction has happened, yeah, your stuff is no longer yours anymore, sir. I bought this unit. Everything in here belongs to me. Bruh, I seen one time, and this is a YouTube video, somebody had bought somebody's unit, and bruh, in that unit was like old heirlooms of this dude's grandma and pictures of his grandma, all kinds of stuff, bruh. And the dude felt so bad, he ended up contacting the dude and was
That's
like,
good.
hey, bruh, here's your stuff back. But there are stuff in these units that are like that are people just like, oh man, I'm about to sell this. This is a 24 karat gold necklace. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's probably his grandmother's or his granddad's that gave him to him a while ago. And it's like, yeah, dude, I'm about to sell it. That's crazy, bruh.
And it's crazier in that scenario because even if you try to do the right thing and said, look, man, I don't want these pictures of your grandma. I don't want to trash it. I bet they would also be like, man, I had some gold watches in there too. You want to give and new.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because then you got to be the bad guy.
You got to be the bad guy.
Because I'm still taking the rest of this stuff. I bought it.
100%. Now, I think I read online a while ago that, man, you can make, after flipping certain units, bruh, some people will pay for a unit for like $1,500, man, and make like $20,000 off the unit because you never know what's in the unit. You can be old gun, you just never know. So it is a lucrative business. It's very lucrative if you get on, you hit a gold mine and you hit the best unit ever. So I always tell people at least go try it at least once. My aunt does it.
Really?
Yeah, my aunt
But
does
you
it.
could also lose a lot of money.
You lose a ton of money.
Yeah.
And she don't
It's a gamble.
She don't even flip nothing. She just buy the units and keep everything. She just hoard everything.
I just want some stuff.
Yeah, hoard everything, bro.
I just want what y'all got. I just want it.
Just hoard it all. Everything in them units, bro. She just hoard everything, bro.
How much do they usually auction this stuff out for? Usually, like she paying like $60 to like $100.
It just depends on how big the unit is. And here's the messed up thing about it: you only can open the doors to the unit and look in. You can't move the stuff around. So you open it up, they show everybody like, hey, this is what the unit looks like on the inside.
Oh,
you can't. All you can do is this right here. Look around. Okay, I see that over there. Okay, that box might have something good in it. Oh, I see that, and that's it.
I didn't even know you could look. I thought they did it like sight unseen.
Oh no! That's not a surprise.
That's
auction.
interesting.
No,
Okay.
you actually get to see what's in the unit first, but you don't get to go inside the unit and see anything. So it's kind of weird. Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very fun. I'm saying we should go do it one day.
Let's do it.
It's units right across the
auction
street.
war.
Yeah. It's right. There's literally one right across the street. We should go do it.
A little challenge, see who could flip their money the best.
Yeah, 100%. Everybody gets $100 and see if we can buy a unit for $100.
Okay.
That would be an interesting thing to come back and tell y'all just what happened.
What happened?
We could record it.
Yeah,
That would be
100%.
fun.
Right.
100%.
Meanwhile, a loitering complaint turned into a drug trafficking arrest in DeKalb County.
How do y'all get yourself in trouble like this? So, like, bruh,
That's what I'm saying.
if you know you're doing stuff like this, bruh, you can't be breaking all the rules.
Not at the same time.
Not at the same time. You got to break one or the other. So this is what happened. Officers with the DeKalb County Police Department were conducting patrols on February 3rd at an apartment complex. Residents had reported loitering and suspected criminal activity in the area. Million, this is something you would do. All right. You see something, you say something. You know,
Amen.
that's what you would do. Officers noticed a vehicle that had been parked and for an extended period. When police attempted to make contact, the individual fled on foot. All right, you shouldn't run. Officers pursued and arrested the suspect shortly after. Police searched the vehicle. Following the arrest, and authorities say they uncovered everything. A large illegal quantity of illegal items. This is just a list of things. So 2 loaded firearms, trafficking level. Then this is a fun trafficking levels, quantities of MDMA and cocaine, marijuana packages for distribution, ammunition, drug distribution, paraphernalia, and undisclosed amounts of cash.
I would be sick watching them just bag up all my cash
Oh
like
my
this,
gosh.
man. I mean, come on.
There you go, Million. I know this is a story you wanted to hear about, brother.
Amen.
This is
Amen.
something you wanted to hear
The
about.
importance of being a Karen.
Oh my gosh.
That person needs to get an award from whoever the housing association is over there. They need to get a reward. They need to get an award, a ceremony. They need it all because you just protected your community. That's what you're supposed to do. See something, say something.
Amen.
And in this case, suspicious. And she was right, or he or whoever was right.
About 10% of the time, bro. This is about 10% of the time that somebody saw something and that they were correct, bro.
You're looking like you've been there too long.
Like,
Rather safe than sorry. That's what they say.
what you-
Rather safe than sorry.
so what you gonna tell on everybody you see that's doing something suspicious?
If I don't know you and you on my block and you just standing there for a long time, loitering, yes, I'll make a call.
Were they in a car or were they standing?
They were in a-
What was the situation?
They were, let me see, they were.
Because I do think it's different if somebody is standing there versus like if you just see a car.
The vehicle. They were sitting
Even
in the,
better.
They were sitting in the vehicle.
I don't even know what you're doing in this. You're not going to hotbox on my block.
Oh my God.
Promise you that. You're not going to do it in my neighborhood.
All right,
So
Mr.
would you
Chad.
call the police or would you go
Yes.
peeking in there? What would you do?
It depends. It depends. I'm a man, so I'll probably just knock.
You
I'll
go knock
probably
on the
be
window?
like, hey guys, what's going on? Or if I get too close, I smell something, I'll just turn right back around and call the police. That's what you're supposed to do. Protect your communities at all costs.
I know that's right, Million.
No, that's Lana. What?
That is funny. You know what? I really don't pay enough attention, honestly,
Me
to
neither.
know that somebody's sick. Because I'm minding my business in my house.
Who made you the superhero of the neighborhood though?
Neighborhood watch, baby.
It's not a superhero though. That's what I'm saying. You're paying the bills here. You're in charge of making sure that your kids have a place to go in your community safely. I do not want my kids to come outside and they seeing drug dealers. What are we talking about here? Yes, I'm gonna call the police anytime I get an inkling. Anytime I get an inkling.
Okay, now let's flip the roles real quick. I just want to ask you. Now, what if you go into a nice, very white populated neighborhood, right? And you just so happen to sit outside because you're waiting on a friend. You sit outside, you're waiting on a friend. Somebody says, hey, there's a white whatever car sitting outside just waiting. How do you feel, Million?
I would understand. I would truly say that I understand because it's like, I get you're just trying to protect your neighborhood. I'm going to comply. I'm going to talk with the officer. Hey, officer. I get what you're doing. I'm here trying to meet up with somebody. Just if you want to sit here and wait with me, you can. But I got stuff I got to do. No, because it's their community. Black people, we need our own community so we could do this too. That's all I'm saying, y'all.
Okay, I hear you. This has happened to me. That's all I'm saying.
You've been profiled?
Yeah, 100%. I used to teach swim lessons out of this lady's backyard, and I have a red car, and teaching swim lessons, and during my break, I was sitting in my car eating, and the police officer rose up right behind me, knocks on my window, goes, "Hey man, somebody just called. They said somebody was sitting outside the pool." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm teaching swim lessons." So it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
that would have hurt my feelings. You know what I mean?
Hurt my feelings a little bit. Like, dang, I am very safe. I am a very safe black person. I hate to break it. Very safe. Not street by any means. So hurt my feelings a lot for him to be like, "Hey, sir, we got a call that a suspicious person was sitting outside." It's like, dog, I'm not suspicious at all.
I'm just doing swim lessons.
Yeah, and if you've seen the car I drive, then it's like definitely not suspicious at all.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I get it. And I was a kid at one point too. So when I was 18 years old, I remember having a police officer pull up on me when I was sitting in the car, but I had a young lady with me at the time.
Okay.
So we were doing something we weren't supposed to be doing. And the police was like, "Hey, I just called. You guys look suspicious. It's a car sitting out here on our block, just sitting there." And, we stopped. To their point, we were doing something we weren't supposed to be doing. So,
Hold on.
I get it.
Hold on.
Yeah, nope, Lana. Nope.
Just let it go.
Nope.
Just move past it.
No, Lana.
Just move past
we
it.
Know. We know.
Just move past it. Just move past it.
I just wanted some details. What does that mean? Yeah, we want to know.
Yeah.
We want to know.
Well, just like I said, I was a kid at one point.
You were a kid at one point.
I was a kid at one point.
Okay.
Man.
Well,
Yeah.
that could actually get you arrested.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes
you could have got arrested, sir.
Right. Sometimes it is. At that point, they did the right thing. That's all I'm saying.
You feel as if you should have gone to jail?
Not go to jail. I mean, the officer, 9 times out of 10, if you just comply, they're not going to tell you to go to jail. They're just going to be like, "Yeah, can you just leave the vicinity?"
Okay, quick question. Do you think you did the wrong thing or they were not minding their business?
I was in their business. I was in their neighborhood.
Oh, you're lost.
How am I lost? If you're in my neighborhood, if you are in my neighborhood, if you are in my community, I have the right to be involved as much as I want in my community. And if it means that I have to call police over to say, "Hey, what's going on here? I don't like how those people are moving. Come check it out." I want my neighborhood and my community to be as safe as possible. I think anybody should be wanting to do that.
Amen.
Oh, spare me.
Well, you know what? They're trying to do something very similar in Florida. Florida wants you people out of here. In fact, they're saying that if you are in Georgia and a violent criminal, we'll pay for your ticket to go back to Georgia. Now, I've never heard of this before, but I think that is hilarious.
I didn't hear it until I read this story, actually, which is...
I low-key don't even believe you.
You don't believe that I read the story?
I don't believe this is... Because this is crazy.
It's a real thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened?
So look, Miami Beach Police reached an unusual agreement with a longtime violent offender, Perry Smith, to remove him from the city by paying for a one-way ticket back to Georgia. All right. The decision was made after years of repeated arrests, releases, and continued violence affecting residents and visitors. So I mean, he has caused so much destruction. They was like, "It's time for you to go.
They said, look, man, where you from? Let me just buy you a ticket.
You got to wrap this up, big dog. Now, Smith is described by Miami Beach Police Department as a career criminal with an extensive history in Miami-Dade County. Officials and victims describe him as a persistent violent offender with a long rap sheet. Okay, so body camera that we got some footage for you. Shows one of the officers offering Smith a choice to leave Miami Beach and relocate to Georgia. Officers asked if he'd be willing to live with his mother, offering to pay for his transportation, and Smith agreed.
How crazy do you have to be to get kicked out of Florida?
Facts.
That is crazy.
That's
to
a
get kicked
really
out of
good
Florida,
question.
that's a feat, y'all.
Facts,
that's a feat,
bro.
Hey, he was wildin', man. Dang.
Boy.
How crazy do you have to be to get kicked out of Florida is such a bar, because what?
Not only getting kicked out, though, but how crazy you have to be for Florida officials to be like, look, man, we will pay for you to leave. Where do you want to go? Where does your mama stay?
Yeah,
do you want to go
right.
live with your mama? What if we bought you a one-way ticket? Would you go? Persistent. They said this rap sheet is as long as my arm.
Wow.
So we please. And he just agreed to the proposal. Yeah, okay, I'll go.
He probably was tired.
He was waiting for y'all to say,
Yeah.
let me see how much crime I can commit before they'll send me to my mama's house.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, man, he was like robbing people. He was beating up random people. He was robbing random people. All white, by the way. Like, I didn't see anybody in there. Like, I only saw like 2 or 3 people, and they are white. So I'm just guessing that he just had a demographic that he targeted.
Black history.
Okay,
Black history month.
It's kind of crazy.
Terrible.
But it is like super wild for him to do that much stuff and them like literally want to kick him out of Florida. I mean, we don't want him here either. To be totally honest with you, I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know what I mean? If he's doing all that in Miami, we don't want him here.
His mom did want him here. His mom agreed to take him in, supported the relocation, and welcomed him in with open arms, according to police.
That's what a mom's supposed to do, regardless of what you're going through.
Man, but like, imagine you are that mom, and they just told you, look, he's committed so much crime here. We are paying for a one-way ticket so he can just leave.
Yeah, that phone call must have been crazy. Yeah, that phone call must have been. Why? Excuse me, Miss Smith. Is this Paris Smith, Mom? Yeah, that's it. Hey, look, your son has caused destruction down here in Miami. Would you mind if we send him back? What? I didn't even know he was gone. I didn't even know he left the house. When did he leave? Girl, he been gone for years.
He's been traumatizing this community for years.
He been gone for years. Like, what do you mean? So, thank you, Mr. Miami, for getting him out. But
listen, apparently in one of the bond hearings, Smith was recorded threatening a judge, saying, "You are going to die 1,000 deaths."
Wow.
yeah, that's.
I mean, this man was like, they said, please, let me pay to get him anywhere.
Yeah. He was wilding out there in Miami, bro.
So picture he's sitting on your block and you
All right,
don't know
look,
him.
Look.
And he's just looking on it. He just walking around loitering on your block. Make that call. You just saved your community. You just saved your community. That's all I'm saying, bro.
I mean, you got a point, but
That's all I'm saying.
I didn't want to agree with him, but he has a point.
With that said, that does it for us today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.